everybody. We're talking about GirlCon today. I'm really excited to talk about this and learn more about it. Prachi Gidmote is with GirlCon and with me today. Glad you're here, Prachi.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, well, we're excited to talk to you. So GirlCon, which I'm going to have you explain all about it, but it is based out of Chicago. You're a part of the core team. You also head up PR and the design team there for GirlCon. So for people to be watching this, just kind of give us a little snapshot of what is GirlCon?
Yeah, for sure. So GirlCon is an annual conference that takes place every year since 2018 when it was founded. And essentially, it's to just empower girls in STEM. Right now, there is a pretty big gender gap. And the inspiration behind it was kind of looking at what we see in our classrooms. When you walk into a CS class, you kind of see a room filled of boys, but it's kind of hard to pick out the little number of girls that are actually there. And so, stemming from that sort of gender gap, we wanted to create a conference around inspiring girls to attend these keynote sessions, breakout sessions that come with tech plus passions, and attend like one-on-one networking sessions with professionals so they're able to become more inspired and see that there's so many opportunities that tech offers. It's not just CS or engineering, there's so much more that tech has to offer. And this conference specifically is able to offer that through the multitude of different types of sessions we hold. Like I said before, we have the breakout sessions with tech plus AI or tech plus law, tech plus health. Like, it really doesn't have to be limited. And I think the great thing about our conference specifically is that we also get to hold a lot of one-on-one conversations. And especially now that we're virtual, we've had to figure out ways to engage our attendees more and more. But in the years past, obviously, when it was in person, things were a little different. But essentially, we're here to empower girls, high school girls, that are just looking for more opportunities and ways to network with their peers and also professionals around the world.
Excellent. And I will note that you are still in high school. You don't sound like it. You speak, I mean, you're just very knowledgeable and mature in your way of speaking. And I applaud you for that. I think that's so great, Prachi, because it's important to get the word out about this, right? I mean, we need to get more, females interested and moving in this direction with STEM. So how does it make you feel when you talked about walking into a classroom and seeing, a male dominated, group there. How does that make you feel?
So before, when I first took my CS class, actually, it made me feel very kind of different in a way and kind of out of place. But when I joined GirlCon, I realized that there is a support system around us. There's so many girls out there who are just like me that are interested in the technology field and who want to take part in this journey. And I think that a lot of us, when we walk into that classroom, we feel alone. And I definitely did when I first took my first CS class freshman year, and my first engineering class then as well. So I definitely think that initially we do feel that sense of like loneliness, and we don't know who we can look up to. But I think our conference, specifically through GirlCon, we feature so many amazing women and professional that come and speak at our conference. We have panels that we're going to be holding this year, women from IBM, the CME group. We have amazing people all around us. And I think it's so important to remind ourselves that we're not alone in this. And we have a lot of people out there who are willing to mentor us. We have peers who are willing to be our friends, even if it's through just like networking through social media, LinkedIn, connecting. It has all to do with just building those relationships. And I think GirlCon is that first step that really shows you that there's a lot you can do with these relationships that you also build and form.
Oh, absolutely. They're invaluable. And it's so important to learn that early on. Prachi, how do you think, or when do you think it's important to start, imparting the importance of STEM on young people? Do you think it's something we need to be talking about more in elementary school and as they're moving forward, or, what do you think about that?
Yeah, so I think there's nothing wrong with starting early. I think the earlier you begin, the more you try to figure out like, oh, maybe I like, the sort of tech end where you get to like work with art. Because this year we have like so many different tech plus passions like we have in the past where we bring that variety. So I think starting from a young age, you kind of get to see like, oh, do I like when you use tech with like law, or do I want to work more in the cybersecurity field? Like thinking of all of that beforehand and from a young age is perfect, because then you kind of start to pick out like, oh, but I don't like working with the hands-on things, but I love working on the computer and just like kind of doing the coding end of things. I think that it's definitely more difficult when you aren't able to understand it, but in our conference specifically, it's more laid out in a general format, and that's why we are able to welcome so many different girls from different age groups. It's mostly for high school girls, but it's not like we limit it completely, because we know there are some young girls out there who are willing to come to our conference and want to genuinely just, see what's there to offer. And I think that's it, the passion and the kind of drive they have to come
Yeah.
itself is amazing.
And this is, you were telling me earlier, so again, based out of Chicago, but now with COVID, you've, gone all online and you've been able to really open up. So, to so many more people and in different countries and everything.
Yeah, exactly. We last year when we had to go virtual, it was definitely difficult because like leading up to it, we were ready to have it be in person again. And like you said, it's based in Chicago. But once we had to go virtual, we started to realize that there's so many benefits that come with it. We actually had over 700 attendees from 32 different countries, which was so crazy to see. And we were so happy with the turnout. And we've expanded so much just as an organization itself. And we're hoping that this year we're able to bump those numbers up by a lot more, and just getting the word out.
Yeah, I hope so as well, Prachi, because it's so important. I mean, I'm just so happy that you and so many others are, taking this on and moving forward with it. So, what is it that you hope to do in the tech realm? I mean, have you kind of discovered what your niche will be, or what path you want to follow?
Yeah, so I think that definitely I've thought about it a lot. I have a great interest for political science and everything that kind of realm has to offer. And I think it would be great if I was able to find like a middle ground or a cross section with tech plus cybersecurity, or just working the like on the law end of things in tech and like CS. So that's kind of where my mind is headed right now. But honestly, not limited to that. I'm still figuring out what I want to do as well. GirlCon has taught me so much about what there is to offer. So I'm excited to see like what all these professionals have in store for us, especially this conference too, with so many new sessions that we have.
Yes, definitely. I have a feeling whatever you do, you're going to be very successful, Prachi. Well, tell us the quick wrap up details here, how people find you, what they need to know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so definitely go follow us on our Instagram. That's where we do all our updates. So it's at GirlCon, and that's where you'll find our like registration links. You'll be able to participate in our giveaways. We have many takeovers on there as well, and then obviously our website, girlcon.org. And yeah, you can find out more information on registration, how to get involved, what kind of sessions we're holding, the keynote speakers that we're going to feature, and the different one-on-one coffee chats that we have planned as well that you can sign up for as well. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And what's the date again?
So it's June 27th to
Okay.
June 30th from 3 to 7 p.m.
All right. And we'll certainly have links here, connected to this story, this video on our website as well. Prachi, thanks again for being with me. It's really been delightful to get to meet you and hear all about GirlCon.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right. And Prachi, again, we'll have links, attached to this story and to our video as well. So all of you guys out there can find out more about GirlCon. Again, Prachi, thanks for being with me. And thank all of you so much for being with us as well.